Megan Tull here. Happy Tuesday. Today I wanted to pop on and talk to you about my 5 keys to more visibility. Now I know as an entrepreneur, sometimes it feels like you're out there by yourself. You feel like you're the best kept secret and nobody even knows that you exist. And you can work your tail off, getting out there on social media and sending newsletters or emails, and you just feel like nobody is listening or nobody sees you. So I wanted to share with you today 5 keys that can really help you stand out in a crowded market and have your dream clients find you. Finally be seen as the go-to expert in your industry. How does that sound? Great. All right. So as you're joining, please let me know that you're there. Let us know where you're joining in from. If you're watching live, go ahead and put in the comments #live. If you're watching the replay, #replay. Would love to know that you're there. Okay, so again, we're talking about 5 keys to more visibility for you and your business. So the first one is to show up authentically. Now, this means being real and showing up as your true self, really standing in your confidence and owning who you are, because that is key, because that's what people are going to be attracted to. All right. So many times we want to emulate other people or be like other people. And, because often we're not feeling like we're good enough as ourselves, but you will not attract the right people to you if that is what you're doing. So I'm going to encourage you to show up authentically, which means be your true self. Be real. Be willing to be vulnerable, which means, show the not just the good stuff, but the bad and the ugly stuff too, right? So this is how people are going to really get to know you, right? And this often will require you being a little uncomfortable, you getting out there and maybe, sharing some things about yourself that you are not necessarily proud of. But this vulnerability shows that you're a real person and allows people to connect to you. So think about like who your ideal target audience is. Typically they are struggling with some sort of pain point or problem, and they're in the thick of it. They're in the midst of it, right? So, if you are showing up, as your confident self, that you have everything all figured out, chances are they're not going to relate to you. So this brings us to key number 2, which is to share your story. Okay, so the first key is to show up authentically. So be yourself. If you're goofy or funny, be goofy or funny. If you're serious, you could be serious, but be yourself and know that it's good enough. The second key is to share your story. So what I mean here is, share your journey and what you've learned along the way. What led you or inspired you or motivated you to start doing the work that you're doing today? So chances are you were once where your ideal clients currently are. So by sharing your story and letting them know that you were once just like them or in the same situation that they are currently in, then they're going to be able to relate to you. And we talked about the first step, showing up authentically, where people will get to start liking you. This is where you can really start building trust by really kind of opening up and sharing your story. So this means sharing your journey, where you were, where you now are, the lessons that you've learned. And chances are, if you are a coach or consultant, you're now teaching a method or a system or a process that you used yourself to allow you to get to where you are today, right? So key number 2 is to share your story. Now we're on to key number 3, which is really knowing what your brilliant zone is. What makes you different? And really standing in your power with that. So I talk a lot about unique value. So it's really important to identify what your unique value is, which means, you know, everything that you bring to the table, right? It comes from your God given gifts and talents. It comes from your experiences in your life, like we talked about, like your journey. It comes from your education. It comes from your characteristics as a person, your values as a person. All these things come together to make up who you are. And so, it also is representative of, the service that you provide, the value that you provide. So again, instead of being a copycat like somebody else and see what other people are doing and just do what they're doing, I'm going to ask you to really dive deep and identify that unique value that you bring through everything you experience, through everything that you've gained in your life, and the life lessons that you've learned, and then of course your natural gifts or your skills that you developed. And so all of that makes you unique. And if you can utilize that in your business and really think of how to bring that into your programs or your offerings or your services, that is not only going to allow you to shine as the expert, but it's going to allow you to be fulfilled in your work. It's going to allow you to stand out as being unique and different. And it's going to allow your clients to experience the biggest possible impact that they can experience. So, really tapping into your brilliance zone is key, and really showing up that way, letting people know how you're different. What do you bring to the table that's unique? That'll allow you to shine. Key number 4 is to get known by speaking. So today there's so many opportunities to get out there and share your message. Things are starting to open up, at least here in Austin, Texas. Things are starting to open up in terms of, some opportunities to get out there and speak on real stages, live stages. But there are also tons of opportunities online to, speak on other people's stages, for example, summits or virtual conferences or podcasts or radio shows. So this is a great opportunity to tap into other people's audiences, an existing audience. So making sure you're aligning with somebody who has a similar audience that your message would complement what they're currently doing, or the topic of their show or their summit or their event, right? And so you're able to show up and share about your topic, addressing a problem or challenge that you have mastered and now have a solution for. And you're able to provide value, be of service, show up as the expert, let people get to know, like, and trust you, and have that built-in credibility by being part of somebody else's audience. They're automatically saying, this person's great, so I want to introduce them to you. And then, at the end of that presentation, you're making some sort of offer for them to take a next step with you. So whether it's, offering a free gift because you're building your email list, so they're opting in, giving you their name and email in exchange for a free gift. Of course, that's relevant to the talk that you shared on. And also you can invite them to maybe a complimentary strategy session or discovery session, whatever makes sense for you and your business, but having some sort of call to action for them to take that next step with you if they loved what you shared. So being more visible means getting out there and speaking on stages, and you can do this on your own. You can create your own podcast. I shared that in the group today. Some people want to do that, or have a newsletter platform, or you could do Facebook Lives like I'm doing right now, and tap into your audience that way. You can do workshops. There's so many things you can do on your own, which is great, and I highly encourage that. But think of ways you could tap into other people's audiences, because that's going to help you grow much faster and reach way more people. All right, and the fifth and final key to more visibility is showing up as an expert. So this is what's going to set you apart, really standing in your own and owning your value, standing in your power as a confident leader in your space, and, making sure that wherever you are online, so let's say you're on Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram, making sure that you are showing up as an expert authority in those spaces. That means, when they see your profile, they know exactly who you serve and how you serve them. And they see you as a credible leader in that space. So, whatever you need to do to level up your presence online, you need to do that so you can start attracting your dream clients to you. Instead of having to work so hard, right? So a lot of times we're not utilizing that amazing real estate that is available to us on social media. For example, like your LinkedIn banner should, the minute somebody sees that, again, they should know who you serve and how you serve them. So, maybe have a powerful question that's directed directly to your audience, or a powerful statement that they can relate to. So immediately they know who you are as the expert, right? And then making sure that all of your social media platforms are consistent with your same branding, colors, font, type of images, because that really shows that you are a professional, that you are an expert, right? And then it's all about, showing up consistently on those platforms, right? And showing up as that expert, being a leader that your ideal clients are seeking, that trusted advisor, providing value, giving, actionable steps that they can take to help them start moving through their challenges. Things that they can apply right away so they can start seeing results and building their confidence. But then, as the leader, you have to be making offers, right, for them to take that next step with you. So I know I said that before with this speaking and getting on other people's stages or in front of other audiences is all about providing value, sharing your powerful message, being of service, but then offering an invitation to take that next step with you. Okay? So there's so many great opportunities for you to be visible, but it does require you getting outside your comfort zone and being consistent, and really being willing to share your message, to be of service to others. And if you get in your head about it and you get into ego about it and thinking, oh, what if I make a fool out of myself? Or what if I don't say the right things, or I mess up, or whatever you might be thinking? I want you to do it for, everyone else. So take yourself out of the equation and really just show up as someone who wants to help and speak directly to your audience. Come from that place of service, right? So you got to get out of your head, get into your heart, and do it anyway, even if it feels a little awkward, a little scary, or you're afraid you might say the wrong thing. If you can help just one person and really make an impact and make a difference in their life, isn't it worth it? Of course it is. So the more you do it, the more you're going to feel comfortable, the more you're going to build your confidence in this area. But being a leader means that you are out there, you are visible, so your ideal clients can find you and you can give them the support that they need, allowing them to get the transformation or the solution that they are seeking. So thank you so much for joining today. I would love to extend an invitation for those of you who are expert coaches and consultants and you're ready to start doubling your impact, tripling your income, and quadrupling your fun in your business. If that sounds interesting to you, I'd love to have a chat with you. So just DM me. We can set up a time to talk. Would love to support you in your business and help you level things up so you can start experiencing the lifestyle business that you set out to create. And until next time, be courageous, take inspired action, and go out there and share your gifts with the world. Bye, everybody. See you soon.